Hi, I'm Sarah Hayden. I'm here at the 15th annual First Lieutenant Derek Hines Flag Day 5K, and I'm here with some folks from West Point. I'm going to ask you, what brings you here?
Yes, ma'am. So we are leading cadet basic training this upcoming summer, which is when we, start transitioning fresh high school graduates into cadets and future officers in the United States Army. And we have dedicated the task force this summer to be named after LT Derek Hines. So it'll be Task Force Hines. So we came up here and decided to support him.
That is awesome. That makes me feel so proud to be standing here and with people that are in the military that have committed their time to serve our country. I think it's just outstanding, and I love that people are remembering Derek.
Yes, ma'am, absolutely. This is just so moving. We're so humbled to be here. We're so appreciative to the Hines family for giving us this opportunity. We're just incredible. It's super powerful. So, yes, ma'am.
And what's your role?
So, ma'am, we are the two leaders kind of running the initial phase of basic training. So, Andrew Westermeyer is the commander, and I'm the command sergeant major. So we just have like two different functions, but we're there to basically oversee the new cadets transition from civilian to a cadet.
That's amazing. It's so nice to see the group of you guys here to support the Derek Hines Foundation. Hi, I'm here with Carolyn from Home Base, and I'm just wondering the affiliation and why you are here at the Derek Hines. I know why you're here, but I'd love you to tell me why.
Yeah, so the Derek Hines Fund has been a large supporter of the Home Base program. We are a program that is devoted to healing the invisible wounds of war for veteran service members and our families. After their tragic loss, they turned that into this amazing program, and our chief operating officer is actually from Newburyport and knows the family personally, and they have been a longtime supporter of us and our programming and have really made sure his memory has stayed alive through helping fund our program and the life-saving care that we provide.
I remember last year a very large check was given, right? They raise money. How does that work? I just from my understanding, they gave Home Base a donation. Is that how it was?
Yeah, so we are a beneficiary of this event, the largest beneficiary of this event, and so the money that is raised through this event ultimately comes back to fund our programs, and it's a great partnership and one we're very grateful for.
I think that's wonderful. I'm familiar with some of the programs Home Base offers, and I think it's just amazing that they work with the families. It's so important. Well, this is great. Have you ever run the race?
I have not. I have been here a few years, but usually I'm just a bystander and helping staff our table and give some more information to those who are interested about Home Base, and then our 5K, 9K that comes up at the end of July, the Run to Home Base.
Yes, I have heard of that as well. Well, that's very interesting. Thank you so much for being here and supporting this Derek Hines, and of course you are a recipient of the funding, but it's so wonderful to see the connection, honestly.
Absolutely. Well, thank you for being here and for growing the mission of both this organization and the other military programs like Home Base.
Thank you. Hi, I'm here with Chase and this group of amazing athletes from St. John's Prep. And what brings you here?
We are the hockey team, and the Hines family does an incredible job supporting us throughout the year, so I think we owe it to them to come and support Derek and the foundation that they found.
That sounds awesome. Now, you guys must have a run time in mind. I'm going to ask each one of you to give me your run time that you're hoping for.
You said run time? Under 23.
As long as I'm under 25, I think I'm good.
Under 25 is good, yeah.
I think 24.
Yeah, so 24.
Anything under 22.
Oh, yeah, I'm going to keep it around 20.
Gonna try and keep it under 22.
Yeah, I'm probably 23.
Probably try to go under 24.
I'd really hope to keep it under 25. It'd be awesome.
Probably 24. I'm gonna go under 24.
I think that's amazing. I did try to run myself, and I walked it several times, and it was about 45 to 50 minutes. So I'm so delighted to see all of you guys here supporting the Derek Hines Foundation. It's an awesome, awesome group. Good luck on your run.
right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get going here. So if we can all gather around. I know some people are still filtering through registration, but we're almost all there. So thank you much for bearing with us. At this time, I would like to ask all who are able and willing and are not already doing so to please rise, remove your hats for the singing of the national anthem by Kira Shanley, and please direct your attention to the flag draped between the two fire trucks over here.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last evening, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Awesome, and a huge thank you to both Newburyport and Newbury Fire Department for coming out today on a hot day, getting that beautiful flag hung up for us all to run under in a few short minutes. So at this time, before we get things kicked off, I do want to ask to pause briefly for a moment of silence. Over the last year, since we were last here for the Flag Day 5K, we lost two individuals, both very close to this foundation. One of them was a teammate of Derek's at Army West Point, a guy by the name of Ford Lannon, and you can see his picture up on the screen behind me. Passed suddenly, all too young, and after over 20 years of service to this great country. And also a guy by the name of Jim McCauley, a Newburyport resident, who was a mainstay of Sue Hines' Couch Potato group. And it goes without saying that we have a lot of people that are very special to this, and I know a lot of people have lost others, so would like to pause for a brief moment of silence for those and any of those that were lost in this past year. Thank you. Alrighty, well, we're off. Here we are, 15 years. Crazy to think what started in the North End Boat Club just down the river a little bit has now turned into this event. A huge thank you to the Mass State Police for that flyover. They got a really busy weekend this weekend with FIFA going on. But I think, thank you to you all. Without all of you out here standing, none of this would be possible. You are all the ones who support the work that we do, and it's really just remarkable how our numbers continue to grow 15 years into this event. And so on behalf of myself and my family, we can't thank you all enough for that support. And also the support of this great city. None of this would be possible without Newburyport allowing us to put on this event on a beautiful day like this in the summer. And a lot of that comes from the support we get from Veterans Director Kevin Hunt, and I'd like to welcome him to the stage right now.
Thank you, Trevor. I'm a veteran service officer. That means that I work with veterans. I work with the veterans in the local area. I have the opportunity, the privilege, if you want to call it that, to see the effects of what you people are doing today and see that effect as it gets handed out and given out and helped people. People like a woman veteran over in Salisbury whose furnace went out. And she didn't have the $15,000 it takes to replace a furnace today. Well, we didn't pay $15,000, but there was a lot of help given to her for that. the veteran who needs gas money because he has to keep his job. He can't make his rent. Different situations. I could go on and on and on. What I want to say to you today is what they want to say to you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Enjoy your day.
Thank you, Kevin. Thank you so much. So given this is kind of our big annual event, we do like to recognize a few folks in the community that kind of go above and beyond the normal service. I mean, everyone here today is doing something special, but these ones just set the bar a little bit higher. We call it our Mission 7 Award after Derek wearing number 7 at Army West Point. And this year we actually have 3 individuals, and 2 of them are kind of part of a larger group. So we'll start with the first one. So when we start this race, we start planning at the end of December. And one of the first text messages that I get every year is a picture, and it's a picture of a water bottle. And it's usually a really cool American flag water bottle. And I get a text that says, "This is a water bottle for this year's race." And this individual not only has done this for the last 7 or 8 years with the company you see on the left and the right, Pathwater, but he did this all 15 years of this race with no one asking him. It's the first text I get. And I cannot say thank you enough to what it means to have that donation every year to ensure that all the money that we raise at this great event goes directly to our veteran community. So without further ado, and I know he's going to be really happy that I did this to him, but I'd like to welcome to the stage this year's Mission 7 recipient, Sean Richmond. Let's give it up again for Sean. He's a little winded. That might have been his 5K running up here. Alrighty, and our next 2 recipients are also representative of a greater group. The Newburyport Public School System has just done amazing things for our foundation all the way back to 21 years ago when Derek was killed. And you know, there are so many people that I can thank over these 20 years that have helped out, but 2 really have set themselves apart over the last 5, 7, 8 years. And the first one is at the Bresnahan Elementary School. What many people don't know is there's a group of K through 3rd graders that all spring show up at school at 7 a.m. to train for our race before school. And the leader of that group is a name by the name of Matt Valley, and he is an unbelievable person, an unbelievable leader, getting these individuals out, running around, doing something that's healthy for all these kids. So I'd like to welcome to the stage Matt Valley, and I know he has a full team that helps him out, Kristen Spinney and many others. Please, Mrs. Spinney, come on up too. But for the Bresnahan Run Club, thank you guys so much for all that you guys do. And our next representative for the Newburyport schools, he may be a little bit aware of this happening because I had to argue with him over here this morning when we were putting up the scrim that you see around the edge as he was helping us out. But John Weber is another individual from the Newburyport school system who just goes above and beyond the call to this community. What a lot of people don't know is the 7th grade class at Memorial Day goes around and puts flags on all the graves of the veterans and those who were killed in action in the town. This day ends for the students at Derek's grave, and from there they continue on their walk down to my parents' house, our childhood home, where they're greeted with popsicles by my parents, Steve and Sue. And all the students sit on the lawn and hear stories from our family about the man that Derek was. And without John and without the 7th grade team that he has, none of this would happen. So our second representative from the Newburyport school system, Mission 7 Award, goes to John Weber. All right, now it's time for me to be quiet for a little bit. We like to put together a little recap year in review of the things that we've done that people may not have seen. We had our first marathon runner this year, a guy by the name of Pat Murray. He's sitting right here in the front. Raised over $15,000 for our foundation this year, and a huge thank you to him. St. John's Prep Hockey, you'll see those guys here. Over $30,000 raised by that group, and I be remiss if I didn't also shoot out Newburyport Hockey, who you saw in that game. Another great year between St. John's Prep and Newburyport, and actually the first year that we've held the game in Newburyport, Mass, which was a pretty special thing to have here in Derek's hometown. So now we got a few items left before we get out on the pavement, and many of you who were here last year and for the last 10 or 11 years know one of the biggest support organizations that we have and the work that we do is the organization over here to my left, and that's Home Base. They are based in the Charlestown Navy Yard. They are an incredible organization that is the only center in the U.S. solely dedicated to mental health and PTSD research for our veterans. At this time, I'd like to welcome to the stage Executive Director from Home Base, General Jack Hammond.
We up now? Good afternoon, everyone. First of all, I want to thank the Hines family for this incredible event that they perform every year for the past 15 years. Steve, Sue, Trevor, and the entire Hines family have committed themselves to helping others and working through the challenges that they face with the loss of their amazing son, who embodied the spirit of selfless service, to move forward in this direction and help and heal so many people. It's remarkable. And you saw what we do at Home Base. Every 2 weeks, 24 of the most injured veterans, U.S. veterans anywhere in the world have flown to Boston for that treatment. Life-changing, game-changing. We had 2 graduations just yesterday, and watching these folks that just reclaimed their lives is the most heartwarming thing I do. Every week, 8 to 10 Special Forces, Special Operation members, Navy SEALs, Green Berets, Delta Force members come to Home Base for a traumatic brain injury polytrauma program. They receive this care based on the support of a grateful nation, and that grateful nation is spearheaded here in Newburyport. When you look at this event, this is the epitome of what makes this country great. Here we are, we all come together. We've got cadets from West Point. We've got paratroopers from Vicenza, Italy. We've got some young paratroopers and we got some not so young paratroopers. And by the way, God bless them for coming back here every year in their commitment to Derek. And looking across the audience, there are old veterans, young veterans, there are young kids, and you look at the fact that we've got elementary schools with organized runs to get ready for this. We've got the folks from St. John's Prep that go above and beyond with not only events to run, but they come here as well. All of these different groups have been touched in one way or another by Derek, and that everlasting impact that he had is enduring, and we can see that just by the number of people that come here every year to support this amazing event. So I just want to thank all of you from the bottom of my heart for supporting the Hines family in their efforts. I want to thank the Hines family for their continued support for Home Base. Collectively, we are all saving lives and doing the Lord's work. So thank you all, and God bless you all.
Knowing that the money that all of you help us raise has put us over $500,000 gifted to Home Base lifetime to date is just a really special thing and really, really unbelievable, and that's all thanks to you. As General Hammond mentioned, and I'm sure you saw them running around, we are lucky enough this year to have, for the first time ever, actually, a group of cadets from United States Military Academy at West Point here with us today. These guys and girls drove up today, and I'd like to welcome to the stage Andrew Weissmeyer to share a few words about what they are doing this summer.
So first of all, thank you to the Hines family. Thank you to Mr. and Mrs. Hines, Trevor Hines. So as you mentioned, we are all here from West Point. We have the privilege this summer to help lead Cadet Basic Training, which takes students that just graduated high school and start their transition into cadet and then future officer in the United States Army. And this summer we were able to remember Lieutenant Derek Hines, and he will be the namesake for our details. So it'll be Task Force Hines. So we will be able to leverage him and use him as an example for not just the new cadets, but also all of the cadet cadre. We are so thankful for this opportunity to come out here and run this event with you, and thankful to the Hines family, and hopefully we are able to lead even in a small measure of the example that Derek set for each and every one of us this summer. So thank you once again to the family, and go Army.
Really special. Thank you so much, guys. And this, for those that may not know, this is actually the second time that West Point has honored Derek in this fashion, and it is just a remarkable way to carry on his name at West Point, amongst many other names of men and women who were lost. And it's just truly remarkable at 21 years that the Academy still does so much for him. So thank you to those men and women for coming up today. It's a long drive, but I think this might be a little bit of a vacation for them. They get to hang out and be in some workout clothes instead of their fatigue. So at this time, and as General Hammond mentioned, we do have some older 173rd individuals that are here. The older side of our leaders of our Army. I would like to welcome to the stage veteran members of the 173rd Airborne, many of whom served alongside Derek in Afghanistan, all tied to the 173rd. So I'd like to ask Will Tyree, Nick Pack, Steve Parrish, BJ Rathbun, JJ Wagner, Ian Hunter, Mike Lightman, Chip Wallmeyer, Bobby Colleton, Dave Gavula, and Colonel Mike Klepper to the stage. At this time, and people probably thought I forgot about it, but a tradition that we like to do each year, I'm going to ask that everyone who is able to, that is not a veteran or active duty, to please take a knee, while any veterans or active duty individuals please to remain standing. So my ask to all of you who just took a knee, and those who aren't willing to, or aren't able to, excuse me, is to look around at the faces that you see who remain standing. Take a mental image of their faces, and today, be it on the run, after hanging out, thank these individuals for their service to our country. These are our country's bravest who deserve to be thanked every single day. They stood for us, now we stand for them, and thank these individuals. And at this time, it's an honor to introduce Derek's company commander from his time in Afghanistan, now the brigade tactical officer at West Point, may have had something to do with the cadets showing up today, Colonel Mike Klepper. And oh, you can get up.
Hey, good afternoon, and thank you so much for being here and for the opportunity to be here. What I will observe is the chance to follow the West Point cadets with a group of veterans is like seeing like the past and present of my own life play out in real time. It's like a younger, stronger version, faster of us, and like an older, wiser, more seasoned version that you have to look forward to. So that's 100% true. we remember Derek, and we remember him today with our time. And what I'll share with you, it's a little bit strange to say, but we should talk just a second about why soldiers fight. When soldiers fight, it's not for grandiose ideas, it's not for proclamations from their government, it's not for the flag and apple pie. When soldiers fight, it's generally for the man or woman who's standing next to them. That's sort of the raw reality. When soldiers fight, it's for the man standing next to them. And that's true forever. And with that comes the sacred obligation that we won't leave each other behind, and the sacred obligation that we remember, that we always remember. Those are sort of the two unwritten obligations. That's why we fight. And so for us, it is just remarkably awesome and remarkably positive to see so many people turn out today, 21 years later, to remember a young man that many didn't know. A young man who's just incredibly compassionate and kind and a great friend and a warm personality in every best way that you can imagine. And a fierce competitor. And strongly competitive. And strongly focused on winning at every step of the turn. And somehow he balanced those two things completely perfectly. And we say those 21 years like it's ancient history, but to us, it's yesterday, all the time, right here. And so from the bottom of my heart and on behalf of the 173rd Airborne Brigade of the United States Military Academy, thank you so much for being here. And I will orient, I think it's still there, there's a picture of an Army hockey jersey here, and I'd want to bring your attention in on that. So Derek, one of his legacies, in addition to being an Army Ranger and an Army paratrooper and a West Point cadet and all of those great things, and a great leader and a great officer, was being a hockey player and an Army hockey player. And so as we step out to run a great community physical activity to remember Derek, before his hockey games at Army, they would say something like, "Go Army, beat Navy." And so that's how we're going to transition out onto the road, if that's okay. So I'm going to say "Go Army," and the response is going to be "Beat Navy." Sorry back there, I don't have to tell you. I do see that. Okay, "Go Army." Beat Navy. All right, let's go.
Thank you. And with that, I will say we are through today's program. I thank everyone. My closing words would just be on behalf of our family, my parents, my wife Carter, my sister Ashley, my brother-in-law Matt. We can't thank you all enough. Thank you to all of our volunteers. Give our volunteers a hand. They did a remarkable job today in the heat. Fantastic stuff. I'm going to ask everyone exit this way to my left, and then there is another exit over there to the far left to line up directly behind me. We will start the race with a cannon shot, so you will certainly hear it.